What is up, everybody? We are back making some more baits today, like usual. Your favorite bait maker on YouTube. We're back with another video. Today, we're actually making two separate baits. We got our worm mold that we normally use, and then I don't think I've made the grubs on camera yet. So we got two worm baits, two grub baits. We're gonna be making our green and black. I've got the green and black, and then I was making these baits earlier. I'll show you quick. These like army green worms, and I have leftover plastisol from that. So I threw that in here. We might need to add more black colorant to it, but that is the plan for today. We're gonna be making some green and black worms and some green and black grubs. I had the green and black worms this year, and they sold really good at vendors markets. I'm actually completely sold out right now. So I'm making more of those. I haven't made the green and black grubs in the past, but I think they're going to turn out super cool, especially with the time of year it is now. I think they might actually sell better at the vendors markets than the worms will, just because people are, fishing salmon, fishing walleye, fishing all these things that you'd likely use grubs for. So that's the plan for today. We're going to be making some of the worms and some of the grubs. I don't know how much we can get because I don't actually know how much plastisol we have in here. I just need to remelt it and then we'll be able to check. But if I can get a few packs of each, that would be great. So we're going to throw this in the microwave and then we can get started. All right. Plastisol's been in the microwave a little bit. It's definitely not done. We're probably going to have to put in some more time, but it doesn't actually look like we've got that much. Probably looking around like 3 cups. So, yeah, if I get like a pack of each, that would be good. Or a few packs of each, that would be good. I just flung that onto my mask. That's probably not good. I'm definitely going to have to make more of these because, like I said, they were super popular, so I want to make sure I got a ton. They actually sold a lot this year. But, yeah, we're going to have to put this back in, just stirring this up a little bit. Put this back in the microwave, and then once it's done, we can take it out, and then we can put it into the mold. I'm looking out right now. We got like those massive murder hornets. I'm watching out for them because they be flying in my room while I'm making baits, and they be flying at me trying to sting me. So, oh, there! Did you just see that? One just flew by. I'm not even joking. That's insane. What timing? He was behind me. That was freaky. Oh man. All right, y'all. We got to keep an eye out for those big bees because they're coming. They don't like me. I've already killed a whole one. I know you're not supposed to kill bees because they're good for the environment. You do not understand how many are in my room, buzzing around me when I'm trying to sleep at night. Anyways, let's focus on the baits. I'll take care of that bee after. We'll let this plastisol heat up, and then we'll get the baits going. All right, we got our plastisol right now at about 230. I'm going to add in some more flake just because I want to make sure we got I want to make sure we got a good amount in there. Because we did add some green plastisol. It was originally just green and black, so it's definitely going to be less flakes in the plastisol, so I'm just going to add it in a little bit. I just want to make sure we got a good amount in there. I like having a good amount of flake in the bait. Make sure it's definitely noticeable for not only the people buying it, but also when you're using them fishing. I don't want people to, pay extra for the flake and then not even be able to see it. So, yeah, that should be good. So we'll probably put this in plastisol one more time, and then it should be ready for the mold here. So, all right, yeah, we'll put that in one more time, and then we'll be ready for the mold. And in case you guys were wondering, I took care of the bees, so we should be good for now. Oh, what's going on here? 30 seconds. There we go. All right, I'll see y'all then. All right. I think those all turned out. The Plasso went in really nice in these two, and they back two. I think I might actually be able, if these all did turn out, I might actually add a third grub mold. I wasn't sure if that was going to be too much Plasso because sometimes we have a hard time with 4 worm molds. But the grub molds definitely take less plastisol than the worms, just because they're way smaller. These are like these are our 3-inch grubs. These are our 5-inch worms. They're both 4 cavities, so obviously these are going to take less. So if these all did turn out, I think I'm probably going to add a third grub mold, just because if it can take the plastisol, I'm going to do it. So we'll give these time to set, and then we can come back and check out our baits. All right, let's check out these baits. What is going on here? Why are we caught on? There we go. God, I hope I'm not losing my voice. Anyways, actually, I want to check out these grubs first, because I've never made these before. Oh, yeah. Oh, those are sick. Look at that. Those are really nice. I'm glad I added in more flake. Wow, those are super nice. Those are actually better than I thought they would look. Those are super cool. Yeah, those are awesome. So we got those ones, and then yeah, these ones as well. So yeah, these ones turned out. So I think I'm definitely gonna add in the third grub mold. Yeah, those are awesome. That's sick. And I think they're like, yeah, they're like almost the exact same shade as these. So that's what I'm trying to get better at. Um, I'm just trying to get better at like making sure my baits are the same shade always, so people know the colors that they're getting, and it's not going to be a different color each time. So that's currently what I'm working on right now. But yeah, those are super nice. Sometimes it's hard to do with glitter, because glitter, I don't really know why, but sometimes glitter can change. They can make your baits darker or lighter, like kind of like what we saw with the in a few videos ago. Was it last? I don't remember if it was last video. One of the last videos I made the white and gold baits, and it kind of made the white kind of murky, so we had to add in more colorant. But yeah, that's with the flake and without the flake. I think this one's definitely darker. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the worm I think is definitely darker. But yeah, that is really close, so I'm happy with that. So let's check out our worms now. Oh, that is weird. That one did not turn out. That one did. So that's good. I don't even know how that happened really, because it got all the way down. It must have just still been cold. Um, but yeah, those are sick. I've made these before, so I already know what they look like. Yeah, those are super nice. So we got our worms there, and then also our grubs. The worms actually kind of look darker. I don't know why. It might just be because there's more plastisol and they're thicker. But yeah, there's our bait right there. So we're gonna add in another grub bait, or another grub mold. Sorry. And if it doesn't work out and we can't make it all, that's fine. Actually, these two look like they turned out. But if we can't get all the plas on the third one, that's fine. We can just get rid of it. But I want to try and make as many baits as we can. So, yeah, there's our baits right there. So let's throw all the leftover stuff back in the microwave, and then we can just keep going with these. So while I'm putting these away, um, if you guys are still kind of unsure of what plastisol you want to use, and you want to make sure you get good quality plastisol, all my plastisol is dead on plastic. I think this one is their medium blend. So that's supposed to be for swim baits and like all that other stuff that like goes down deeper. I actually like using the medium for not only the swim baits but also the worms. The first time I bought from Dead on Plastics, it was the worm blend, and I just found they had like kind of a hard time sinking. They would sink, but really, really slowly. So if you got to think, if you got like a windy day and you got waves, these things are not going to sink at all. They'll get below they'll get below the water level, but they won't get much deeper than that. So I like using this medium blend, and this is just straight out of the mold, so they're not even fully set yet, but they are definitely durable there. Like that is without them setting. There we go. That's without them setting. They've been out of the mold for 2 minutes. So you got to think they're not even set yet. They definitely got the durability. So if you're looking for, what plastic you want to use, I definitely recommend that. Now, let's see if we can get all these here. I think we're starting with the grubs first this time. Oh yeah, we'll be good. Perfect. Definitely don't have enough to add another worm mold. Actually, that is perfect right there. I think we actually have the perfect amount. I don't even think we could add another grub mold if we have one. I only have 3, but yeah, I think that's perfect. So let's let those set, and then we can come back and check them out again. All right, let's check out these baits. We'll see if they all turned out, because we added in another mold. So let's come on, man. There we go. Let's see if they all turned out. I think the grub bait should be good. It's probably just the last one I'm worried about there. Yeah. Yeah, that one actually turned out perfect. There's no splitting on that one either like the other ones we saw. That's just when the plastic will kind of like connect here. Like if you put in too much or you kind of force it in. Oh wow, that one! Look at me go! I'm like a professional. That's what they call me, professional bait maker. That's what I'm gonna start going by. Oh bang, a 3 for 3! Look at that! Someone take a picture. This is history. All right, there we go. All of our grub molds we've got there. What's that? 4, 8, 12. That's the correct math there. Bang! Another one there. Here we go. 5 for 5. Bang, we did. Look at that. All of our baits turned out amazing. We've got our 8 worms here. Oh, what's going on here? Get off me, bro. We got our 8 worms there. All turned out super nice. Look at that. And then we've got 4, 8, 12. Kind of hard to see with the tube in the middle of them, but bang. All of our grub molds in there as well. They all turned out. Wow, that is awesome. How much plastic do we have left? We got, oh, it's kind of hard to see. We got under 2 cups. So maybe we can get 2. I think we can definitely get one more full one. We can definitely get like another full one that we just did. And then maybe we'll get a half one. I'll have to count my baits. Sorry, and see how many I have, and then we'll decide if we want to do just grubs, just worms, or a little bit of both. So, yeah, like I said, we should. Well, I think we can definitely get one more. We might even be able to get 2 more full ones, but let's just focus on what's next, and that's making these next baits. All right, let's check out our baits again. And our worms to start. Yep, those turned out good. Get these gloves out of the way. Hang, another one. Our 2 worm molds. They all look like they turned out there. So we got those. And then 1 grub mold. Our second one there. I love making the grubs. It doesn't matter what color, they just always look so cool. Our second one there. And then number 3. Bang, just like that. Yeah, so they all turned out again. That is awesome. So we got all of them turned out again. How much pasta we got left? We got just about a cup, but we're going to use all the leftover stuff here and then also the stuff in the injector. So I'm hoping we can get one more full one, and then I think that should be it. All right. Like I said, I figured we get one more. I think we're definitely done after that one. We've got like a tiny bit left. Either I think I'm gonna save that because we're gonna need more. We're gonna need more of these. I think I'm either gonna save that plastic or I think maybe that's enough to make like one or two more grub molds, but I'm not gonna worry about that in this video. I think this will be the last ones we make. So we'll check these, look at all of our baits, and then we'll end it. All right, let's check out our last thing of baits here. I think they all turned out. Oh, I think they all turned out again. Let's try this one here. Yep, our grubs first. Those ones are looking good. Next, our other grub bait. Yeah, these ones look good too. Hopefully they all turned out. That'd be great if they all turned out again. Yeah, those ones look good too. No splitting happening too, which is awesome. Normally these, because there's such a small crevice there between the grub and the actual like mold there, normally the grub baits tend to split a lot. But no, the past three we've been good. I think we've only seen that on the first ones that we've done. We got our worms there, and then our final worm bait right there. Those look good. Yeah, I'm super happy with those. I'm glad I added more glitter um at the beginning, because like when I was looking at the plastisol while it was just coming out, I think it definitely was lacking glitter. But yeah, I'm definitely glad we had it. I think I could have added actually a little bit more, but you know what? I think that's pretty nice, especially for my first time doing these green and black grubs. I think they turned out super nice. So let me get all of our baits. I'll count them up, and then we can see our final numbers. All right, I just finished counting up all of our baits. So we ended up with 42 of these grubs. So a little over 2 packs. I do 20 grubs per pack. So I think that turned out actually perfect because, if a few of them haven't turned out, then I can just scrap those, use the other two, the extra two. And then we've got 24 of our worms here. So that's another one. We've got a little over 2 packs of each, which, I'm happy with that. That's just leftover plastic that we had. We get two more of these, two more of these. We got a little bit extra. So either if, some of these don't turn out and I could use these extras, or if I can just throw the extras back in, use a plasol to make, a few more of the worms to do the 3 packs. But yeah, no, I'm super happy with that. I think the baits turned out super nice. I'm happy with how they all look. I think the grubs turned out super cool. I'm glad I did the grubs as well, not just the worms. The worms always turn out cool. I've been doing these for a long time. These these green and black ones. So yeah, I'm super glad I added those. Really happy with all the baits. So I'll add that up with these green ones up here. We got our basic green ones, then we got our green and black worms and our green and black grubs. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. Let me know what baits you want to see as well in the future. I want to know which baits, people would buy for the vendors market so I know what to make. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.